Alright, Shirtless Dylan here, and today we're gonna go play with a kinkajou. And we're gonna play with a bunch of other reptiles and animals, and you guys are gonna see how nature comes together and how animals are so cool and they're just beautiful creatures. We just made it to Douglas's house.
What's up?
And he's gonna tell us about his pets, show us them all.
Alright, yeah, definitely. There's a lot of them, clearly. Now we got the mammals a little excited over here. So this is supposed to be a reptile room, but as it's so hot right now, I got these 3 mammals in here to get them a little bit away from the heat. But clearly one's not too happy about it. Now these are ringtail lemurs, so it's important to know that if you ever see one, don't get too close to them, because if they don't know who you are, they're probably not going to be happy to see you. So, luckily right now, this guy's being pretty calm, but normally he's very aggressive towards any strangers. And she just likes to grab things. So, a moody little kinkajou, as they usually are when you're not their favorite person. Kinkajous usually pick their favorite person, and then with anybody else, it's kind of like hit or miss. So once they decide they don't like you can kind of forget about it.
So guys, this is Teddy, the kinkajou, and as you guys see, he's very beautiful. Their tails is pretty much like our arm without fingers and thumbs and stuff. They could hang to anything. They use their tails to like hang from trees and eat upside down.
They got prehensile tails. So see that? Sorry, buddy. Something else that's pretty cool about them is their tongues are like over 6 inches long. So they use that for a lot of stuff. For one, stealing honey from bees. That's why they have the nickname honey bears. So he's Teddy the honey bear. He's gonna lick you a lot.
Alright guys, so this is a kinkajou right here. And he's licking the hell out of me, but they're really cute.
He likes that salt.
You want a piece of banana? We've been feeding him a lot.
You taste better.
And yeah, he's pretty cool. They're really nice, you know, but
not all of them.
Yeah, not all of them. I heard once they get older, they get very mean.
Well, that's what I mean
right now.
But the kinkajous, like I said, they pick their favorite person, and then everybody else is just kind of hit or miss.
So he tasted me. He was like, he's salty. Too much sweat. He's like, I like the banana a lot better. Oh. So guys,
he found the flat spot.
Back on the table. He's like, nah.
Look how he grabs you. They're definitely really good tree climbers.
Look at that, guys. Literally just ready to hold on. That's the coolest thing. This is so they can hang on trees, like I was saying, and they're just really strong tails. It's able to hold their whole body. So they never fight?
Emperor scorpions are pretty much the only scorpions you can actually keep with the same species scorpion. So these are 2 females. I would also be able to have a male if I give them a bigger tank with them too, but not more than 1 male. So, and this one is an Asian forest scorpion, which is very similar to the emperor scorpions, but they're actually usually a little bit more aggressive, and you can't keep them together with other scorpions, as you see.
Yeah.
They're also a lot more common in the pet trade, but emperor scorpions are also becoming a bit more popular again. So, and then over here we got an Arizona desert scorpion, also known as a hairy scorpion. Whoop, almost got me there, but it's not too big. Yeah, that's a Mexican red-knee tarantula. So she actually likes to fling her hairs at you, and she's not too friendly at all. And the hairs kind of get under your skin, and it gets really itchy. But I have a rose hair here. Rose hairs are one of the most docile tarantulas. Yeah, this one is a little messed up. Now they don't really enjoy being held, but since they're so calm, I mean, yeah, they're pretty much the only tarantula I would hold. Anybody else would probably get too stressed out from it, or they would fling their hairs at you, which is very unpleasant. But
how long do they itch for?
It'll itch for a couple days. Honestly, sometimes I even get itchy cleaning out their cages, so it's not pleasant at all. See, they're just really calm. They'll just kind of hang out. But it's not good to hold them for too long because you can't still stress them out. They kind of just like to mind their own business.
Where's this little guy right here?
That's a box turtle. A baby box turtle.
I'm actually...
It's like, where are my roaches? It's so cute. Where are you going? No, the young corn snakes are usually a bit feistier, but when they get older, they calm down a lot, and then they make great snakes. What?
What if you want to get bit by a snake?
Well, out of any of the snakes here, this one would be the one to bite you.
Oh, it didn't hurt at all.
Told you.
Alright, that's what's up. Guys, I've never been bit by a snake before, and that was my first time being bit by a snake, and it didn't really hurt. Now maybe the bigger snakes probably gonna hurt, but
depends on the snake.
Like this,
but a lot of snakes don't really hurt too much. That is if they're not venomous anyway. Finally.
we got a long video.
Let me pull out the other monitor.
Guys, look how wide this.
Yeah, Savannah monitors have heavy bodies, while this roughneck monitor is a lot slimmer and sleeker looking. This guy looks more like what monitors kind of should look like, I feel like. Now he's still pretty young though, so he's still got some growing to do. While Reptar, the Savannah monitor, is full grown.
Fully grown. What do you think? He's about 2.5 feet long?
Yeah, at least. But what was I gonna say? These guys are really cool. Both of them are really cool because they're pretty much one of the more docile types of monitors. There are a lot of monitors out there that don't like being handled or interacted with too much other than being
Over talk it and say what's up.
perfect.
Oh, he's still grabbing my arm a little bit, slowly letting go. Look at that. So nice. So friendly.
Yeah, just don't stick your hands in there because you might get your feet. Alright, we're gonna feed him a cockroach. Oh. There you go.
Ooh. Just like that.
Yeah, We've got a black widow in here, which I'm also not gonna open, but she's at the top, if you can see. There are oxygen holes. They also need humidity, so the fact that she's in a mason jar helps keep the humidity up. She's also still pretty young, so she's not full size yet. So this jar can accommodate her for a little while. This is a red-tailed boa. So this is a western hognose snake. They're actually one of my favorite smaller snake species. This guy here is pretty much full grown, so it's a relatively small snake, which makes them great pets. They're also very calm and docile. They're called hognoses because they got this little pointy nose here. It kind of helps them to burrow underground. These guys actually do have venom, but it's luckily in their back teeth. So it's only for when they're eating their prey. So if you were to bite me right now, the venom would not go in my skin, thankfully. But they're also really cool because they're kind of copycat snakes. So if they feel threatened, they'll flatten their heads out to look like rattlesnakes. Luckily this guy's pretty comfortable, so he doesn't feel threatened. Now if that doesn't work, they're also known to play dead, which is kind of interesting to see. But like I said, he's pretty calm and used to being around people.
I love the bottom.
Yeah.
It's all black.
Not really something you see in the pet trade too often. This is pretty much the only one I've ever seen for sale. And unfortunately, he has some scale rot over here on his side. And he came with a bit of metabolic bone disease. That's why his tail's a little bit crooked. He was actually a lot feistier when I got him. He couldn't even touch his tail. But notice how he's kind of inflated right now. He's actually pretty much just filled with air. So they use that to get away from predators by lodging themselves inside a tight space and then filling up with air so they can't be pulled out so easily. Not to mention it also makes them look bigger, and they can release the air and create a hissing sound, which will scare away certain predators.
Wow, look at that.
He was sleeping, so he's not too bright right now. But he actually came from the same place that Chuck Walla did. So these guys actually can't have any water in their environment because it'll make it too humid and give them scale rot, which it got on the same spot as the Chuck Walla. It also caused him to lose the tip of his tail, which unfortunately does not regenerate. So he's gonna have a chipped tail for the rest of his life, which is okay because it doesn't really affect them. But they're definitely really cool lizards. So coming from the desert, it's really important that they have a very dry climate.
Did you get the bottom of him?
You want to see the bottom?
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah, he was also extremely underweight when I got him, so.
He's like, what you looking at?
Yeah, Uromastyx are one of my favorite lizards.
So they don't need water at all?
No, they get all the water they need from the foods they eat. Oh wow.
That's what's up.
Now she was actually the fattest one when I got her, but she doesn't seem to eat as much as the other two. So luckily she's fat enough to where I don't have to worry about it. She does eat, just not as much as the other guys. We got this girl here. And she's finally starting to gain weight. Oh, I can't walk out. There's no floor. And I got the male, who since I got him has pretty much surpassed them in size. Because he never turns down a cockroach, or a cricket, or a mealworm. So he's definitely really cool. They actually hold a lot of their fat in their tails. That's why they got such big tails.
So if in the wild a predator bites off their tail, what happens?
Well, fortunately for them, their tails do regenerate. Unlike the Uromastyx and the crested geckos, where if they lose their tail, that's it. You can feed her off with a banana if you want.
Yeah.
Come here. Come here. Okay. No, not the peel. Don't be mad at me. You don't want the peel.
Wow. They're so cute.
Now remember, they might look sweet, but it's all just for show.
Till they get
They're
on.
very dangerous animals.
Good. A little bit more.
It's hungry.
Yep.
Oh, come on.
That one's big. This one?
Stop taking the peel.
Here, have this one. Have this one.
He's
Have
not
this
gonna let go, huh?
Oh, he's gonna take both.
Grab it.
It's like, ha ha.
A bigger piece.
Damn. I told you they love bananas. They'll eat these all day, whereas like any other fruit, they'll get tired of it. Like if I give them a plate of apples, they're only gonna eat about half and then they're gonna leave it.
That was so cool. So guys, I had an amazing day with Dugless today. It was like one of the most awesomest days ever. I got to see all of his pets and animals and exotic pets. They're the coolest things ever. These are one of my favorites. I didn't get to hold them because, you know,
Never underestimate the power of a lemur. They're definitely something to watch out for.
so
Yeah.
thank you for everything today.
Yeah, no
It was
problem.
nice seeing you again. And you guys go check out his
Yeah.
company.
Yeah, if you guys ever looking to have a reptile show or even have some exotic animals for an event, check out Primetime Critters. We have an Instagram, or you can go to primetimecritters.com if you want to have some more information. But yeah.
The link will be down below.